All right, I'm gonna just refresh page and so I can read the comments. If you care to read the comments, you can. Oh, there's 4 more people who want to join, but we are live right now, essentially, while we're
I
doing
think
this.
I can.
I'm
Oh.
gonna approve everyone who's trying to jump in right now, because in case they want to watch you. I don't know. Okay. I see us there. We have 1 person just jumped in.
Okay.
All right, you guys, we're just gonna start this, okay? Hey, Hannah, how are you? All right, I'm just gonna start this and not wait for
Hannah.
anyone. Hey, Spencer, welcome. I did not have a bunch of questions ready for you, but I've been doing a lot of interviews, so I kind of like already know what to ask. And you didn't care to have pre-written questions, but I do
No,
have
I found that if you tell me the questions beforehand, then I'll overthink them, and if you just ask them and I answer honestly, it's a lot easier for everybody.
All right, sounds cool. I feel like everyone kind of knows who you are already, but there are some people who don't from my group. I don't think because they came from a course creation kind of background. When I
Okay.
converted them over to affiliate marketing, I'm like, guys, we're doing affiliate marketing now. If you want to leave, go ahead and bounce. But if you're gonna stay, this is how it is. It's gonna be
Affiliate
affiliate
marketing is
marketing.
where it's at. That's awesome.
But so some of them might not know who you are. So I would I know you told the story like a million times, but just so they kind of have some backstory about you. Oh, let us know. Let us know what's the story of Spencer Mecham.
Oh man, where to start? So I'm an affiliate marketer full time. I quit my job in February. I was just a regular marketer, I guess at that point. I worked at some agencies and things like that. I've been doing affiliate marketing, I guess 2.5, 3 years now. And I don't really have a specific background. I tried all kinds of things in the internet marketing space, from freelancing work to agency work to stocks and Forex and all that fun stuff, real estate. So just kind of a bouncer, and I settled on affiliate marketing last February, and that's kind of been everything now, and it's been just incredibly awesome. Won some really cool things. Just won a sweet little contest where I get to go on a yacht with some really cool people that are a lot bigger than me, and so I'm excited for that one. And yeah, I just love affiliate marketing because there's a lot of fun things in the industry.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just won the 10x secrets launch, so you're
Yep.
gonna
So
go.
they take 10 people and they go on a yacht to the Bahamas, I think, and the other 9 are all really cool big name marketers. So I'm excited.
Wow, that is so cool. It's not the same. I thought it was like the same cruise as the one in February or something, but that's like another one, another cruise.
I think they're just pushing out a lot of cruises. I think it's a different cruise.
Okay, because I've been telling people. I haven't been telling. I've told one guy. His name is Greg Blazer. He's like one of the partners at Builderall or something. Like he attends the board meeting, and he's like, yeah, there's gonna be a cruise for people in February with Russell Brunson on that cruise too, and a bunch of other
Yeah,
people.
so it's called the Two Comma Club X cruise. I
Oh,
think they
okay.
had to pay. I think it was $25,000. So that's not the one I'll be on. This is a winning one, and Russell won't be there, but other people will be. So
Oh, okay. Well, you're on a more intimate cruise. I think
yeah,
that's
I mean, I almost
way
prefer
better.
having just 10, 20 people as opposed to a couple hundred that are all kind of clamoring and fighting for attention of one guy.
Right? And it's gonna be like 5 days, so it's gonna be kind of manic because it's so short.
It
But yeah,
is.
he told me it was 20. He's like, I can get you a ticket. It'll be $22,000, and I was like, for only 5 days. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
5 days.
you could have won this thing probably with less than $22,000 this last contest.
Yeah, but okay, good to know that they're like 2 different things. Okay.
Yeah.
uh, But okay, guys, if you have any questions, hey Chris, hey Dean, hey Jonathan, hey Jeffrey, hey Yi, hey Carol, hey, oh Greg is here. Hey Greg, yeah. So it's the marketers cruise. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Smash that heart button if you're here and hashtag live. And I'm gonna say that intermittently just so I can talk to them. And all right, so cool. So let me know. And I kind of saw some of your interviews already, so I know what was when you started into affiliate marketing. I guess I don't know. I feel like what I want to tell my audience is like the kind of show them the picture of how much work that it actually takes, but also that you were doing certain things at the right time. Like, you got in. I remember you said that you started giving away a book. Like you would say, hey, this book is free and you just have to pay shipping. And you were at a college campus, and at that time, the deal of selling that book as an affiliate was like just awesome. I don't think that deal exists anymore. I don't know, but
Yeah, the deal, they were doing a launch, and for the last 3 days of launch week, the book cost with shipping and everything, it was $8, and they were giving the affiliates $20 for every book they sold. So it was kind of a no-brainer, right? Like I could go up to somebody and say, hey, here's a $10 bill, go buy this $8 book, and it was so easy. Or I could say, here's a $20 bill, go buy this $8 book. And yeah, it really was just a no-brainer for people. It was just and anybody could have done what I did because of what a no-brainer that was, right? It was,
yeah.
I saw an opportunity there and just jumped on it, ran ads, did everything I could, because it was just that you'll rarely see an opportunity like that. And a lot of people just didn't jump on it when it came.
Yeah, right? Like you jumped on it. So I think that propelled you into, that gave you instant like, oh my God, like I'm first.
Yeah.
I'm like
Because
here.
I was a nobody at that time. Nobody knew who I was. I just really wanted to go to this. It was kind of like this cruise thing, but just over at Boise ClickFunnels headquarters. Really wanted it, and so that's why I was doing all this stuff. And it's just funny that I didn't have any clout or anything. It was just such an easy opportunity, such an easy sell, that it was just a matter of how many people you put the offer in front of.
Yeah, so it's amazing that I mean, out of everyone who saw that opportunity, you took advantage of it and you took action and you had to physically sit at a college campus and do that. Like I don't think a lot of people would even get out of their seat, much less like be face to face in front of people, sitting there with the weather and the sun and the clouds. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't sell. I'm not like a salesperson. I'm not good at like door-to-door sales, but to me, that wasn't even a sell, right? Like I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm giving you $10 to buy, something that's cheaper than $10. Like, so it didn't feel like I was like some, sleazy sales guy or whatever, because I really am not very good at selling. But I think the offer I gave was, hey, buy this book and I'll buy your lunch and pay for the book. And it was like, okay.
So since then, have you found yourself looking for other deals, or maybe now you're like, okay, I already built up like this audience and I really don't have to go searching for those type of deals anymore? Or do you see those deals happening, like people coming up to you all the time telling you about all these deals and everything like that? Like how do you wade through that ocean of people telling you about things and stuff that's going on? Because for me personally, I'm getting a little bit of that, and people are like, here Kim, here, have access to this and this and this and this, and I'm like, guys, like I'm not gonna start an agency right now. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely run into that. And I had to learn to say no, because in the beginning I would give everybody the time of day, and it just got to where my days were being taken just chatting and like video chatting people and stuff. And so I basically kind of started removing all of the fluff and stuff. I was promoting like 30 or 40 products, but really passively, right? Like it'd be like I'd promote this one in an email here and there, and this one in an email here and there, and all those, like it was like 30 of those products were bringing in like $500 a month, and then 5 of those products were bringing in like $10,000 a month. So it was like, why are we focusing on like all these products that are just bringing in pennies when I have these like core products that are really doing well? So I hone in on my market, I guess, would be software products for marketers. And typically I'll only, like, there's a few I don't, but mostly I'll just promote softwares that I use in my own personal business. If you're a marketer, you're probably using 7 to 10 softwares already. Mm-hmm. So I focus in on those. I only choose ones that have like recurring commissions, and then usually
a good portion.
Say again?
Like they give you a good percentage of that reoccurring commission?
Yeah, so like some of these guys will give you like 10%, and it's just not worth it. So usually like 25 to 30, I like to see at least that. And then I like to see if they have a couple like high ticket items or something, though it's not like required. And then when I can hone in on that, then I can start building all my content on the internet around those 5 products, right? So with ClickFunnels, if you go look at like my YouTube channel or my blog, there's just tons of stuff about funnels and ClickFunnels and stuff, and it all funnels into this single landing page where I capture emails and try to sell them funnel related stuff. And so when people come to me now and they're like, hey, I've got this product that can do this, and it's like, I don't doubt, I'm not saying your product isn't great, but all it's going to do is distract me, right, from these 5 products that I really, really want to build up like massive incomes from.
Oh my gosh. My drink splashed in my face. Yeah, it's like that 80-20 rule, right? Like 20% of your stuff is giving you 80% of your income. So you should focus on that small 20%.
Absolutely.
Greg says that the cruise is actually 2,000 to 3,000, not 20,000.
I can't. I think you have to be a 2 Comma Club X member though to go on it. I could be wrong. Which to be part of that is like 20,000, but I don't know. I didn't look into it too much, so I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, Greg, clarify, please. Maybe Spencer wants to join in on this cruise. Who knows? He's already had one cruise. Just hop on all the cruises, Spencer.
I'm actually not a cruise guy. I just want to be with I want to network.
Hey, so there you go, Greg. See if you could get Spencer an invite. He's not 2 Comma Club, but Greg actually was like, hey, you can get invited. So I don't know. I don't know how far that goes. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Todd. Hey, Simon. Hey, Pear. Hey, Son. Hey, Billy. Thanks, Billy. You said you'll put the interview on your podcast. That's nice. Hey, Caribou. Yeah. If you have questions, let us know, and I'll try to squeeze in your questions as well, because this is all about providing value for you guys. Spencer's time is pretty valuable, and I'm super glad I got him on this interview out of all the noise, out of all the people that probably reach out to you. Yeah. So let me see. My question, since you guys don't need to be a 2 Comma Club for it, says Billy about the cruise. Oh, see, I learn something new all the time. I didn't know that. This is probably, let's see. I'm going to ask my next question, which you already answered. So I'm moving on to the other one. So right now, do you have any mentors? Are you part of anything right now? Like, are you seeing any courses? You have your cool course, Affiliate Secrets 2.0, you guys, which is like #1 affiliate course out there. So like, who is the course creator of the #1 affiliate course gonna learn from, or even, I don't know.
I buy a lot of courses, so I'm not in a mentorship program. I haven't locked in my direction for the next few years, and so I don't want to. Before I do want to choose a mentor at some point, but I haven't locked in like what does that mentor had to have done for me to want to go with him. But I buy courses. I mean, I'm like everybody else, right? I'm a sucker for courses, and I buy like one a week or something. So because my course is very, very conclusive. Like I teach YouTube, AdWords, Pinterest, lots and lots of stuff. And so I buy lots of individual courses. So I've purchased, I've probably spent $2,000 or $3,000 on different YouTube courses, just because I really want to feel like I can confidently say to somebody, yeah, I know YouTube as well as, the best people out there. Same thing with AdWords. I've spent a lot of money on AdWords courses, a lot of money on SEO courses. So kind of individualized courses. I feel like I've got a pretty good big picture at this point, and my course teaches a lot of like big picture stuff. And I've got, a team of 2 people that I really trust, and they're able to do a lot of stuff. So for me at this point, it's just picking up additional skills and then passing that off onto either hiring a new team member or passing it off to a current team member, and letting them know.
Oh, okay. So you buy courses all the time, and do you finish the courses, or do you just pick what you need from them and then just
Like everybody else, I'm like halfway into a lot of them. I finish some of them, it kind of just depends on the course. Some people tend to be fluffy in their courses, and I'll get kind of bored and skip through and go faster. And some people are really good at just diving into stuff. And so yeah, it depends on the course, but I really believe that no one is at the top of anything. Well, maybe a few people, but constantly learning and then applying. Yeah, the only way to really get there is to just constantly learn and constantly apply what you learn. And so if I can buy a course and I learn like 2 things from it, like 2 new things about the YouTube algorithm or whatever, then the $500 is worth it, because I'm going to go out and apply that on 100 videos and can see some good results there.
Oh, so what is a really good YouTube? What is the course for you that's really good for YouTube that you feel?
So
I want to know for myself. I want to know.
Yeah.
You're going through the material, right?
So I bought 3 on Udemy. They were like $20 or $30 courses, and then I bought one from a guy named Barrett Jakes or Jax, Jacqueus. I'm not sure he pronounces it, or Benjamin Jax.
Seen him around. Yeah.
Yeah. So he his course is a lot more, how do I say it, like he teaches you kind of like the more black hat tricks, if that makes sense. So kind of the behind the scenes stuff, maybe a little more risky, but also a little more powerful. So I bought his course, and then I also bought Sean Cannell.
Yeah.
I have his course, and he teaches a lot more like by the book, right? He has like 1 or 2 channels that he really pushes and grows and stays away from risky stuff. And so I bought both of them, so I understand kind of both ends of the spectrum, and then I kind of apply as I go. I tend to be more risky with a new YouTube account, and then as it gets into thousands and thousands of followers, then I'll slide away from the way Benjamin does it and more to the way Sean does it, where it's a lot less risky because I now have a lot of followers and videos to lose.
Yeah, and you're not one to be afraid to do black hat stuff, right? You said you did some black hat stuff and you got banned.
I'll just get afraid as I get up, as my audience grows bigger and bigger, then I'll start shifting away because I've got 10,000 people to lose if I get too far.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. So that's really different from what I've been hearing. That you get courses that also have like black hat techniques. That's really cool.
Yeah, so like SEO is the same way. Yeah. If you follow like Greg Jeffries, his course teaches some really cool tricks. Like he's all really good at it. And but I would say that his leans more towards black hat than the white hat, which with SEO, there's really very few white hat things. But then I'll buy these other courses that are a lot more geared towards like brands and stuff, His is geared towards, pumping out websites and pumping out videos, and, some rank, some don't, some might get delisted or whatever, but you've got enough of them that it doesn't matter. And so I'll also buy on how to build a website, one single website focused in on that. And it's just good to get a big picture of what everyone is doing in that space.
Wow. Yeah, Greg, I interviewed him I think last week or something. Oh man, the days are blending together. But I interviewed, how I learned about Greg is that I saw his name around, like Greg Jeffries, SEO, and then I interviewed Kevin Holloman, who's his student, and Kevin's like, I was able to buy a house just from Greg Jeffries' course. And I was like, really? That's probably the best testimonial from a student, like I'm able to secure my livelihood and my home. That's like so amazing. And then I spoke to Greg himself for like over 2 hours. I didn't realize it would go on that for that long, but he's like a marathon, I don't know, interviewer. I don't know what it is. It was just on.
I've never watched one of his.
Yeah, and he just kept on going, and I was like, wow, like I could totally tell from Greg, from my interview with Greg, that he really, really cares and he really wants you to succeed. So yeah, that's awesome that you recommend his course as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Hey guys, do you have any questions at all? No one's asking me anything. I got a special hookup with a limited invite, says Greg. Oh, Greg's like, hit me up, Spencer. So Spencer, if you want to network on that cruise, it seems like it's not closed down. It's not closed.
I'm probably cruised out for February.
Spencer's like, that's fine, Greg. Hey Andrew, thanks for joining us. Hey Daryl. Hey John. Yeah, so okay, my next question. And let me know if you have anything right now. I mean, you just won a promotion. I don't know if you have anything to promote besides what you are already promoting, which is like, you know, seven offers anyways. This is, let's see. So how do you manage to what value do you deliver to your audience now? I saw your post that was like, you went and you seeked out Nico's program, and then you bought the white label version of it. You kind of convinced him, and then you're able to give that to your audience. So I found that really cool, like that it wasn't just an offer already. You like created your own offer by buying
maybe I'll talk
the white
about
label
that.
version. So how did that
You have it, nice.
out?
Well, so as affiliates, right, we're always taught like you need to get a lead magnet and you need to get, you know, to get people's email addresses, and then you email them. And I've gotten a little fed up with the lead magnets that I've seen. Like people kind of just slap together a lead magnet because it doesn't matter, you know, and I just need to get their email anyway, and they don't really make what I would call a compelling offer. Which to me, you need a compelling offer on every single step of someone's journey, from like, you know, getting them to your landing page to getting them to put in their email. Like it needs to be compelling every step of the way. So the way I'm planning on building it all out is basically I'm going to have 6 or 7, all those software products that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have 6 or 7 compelling offers, right? Like really, really powerful, high quality, free opt-ins that will not only serve to bring in affiliate commissions. So for example, if I give a free course on sales funnels, right, and somebody takes it and then signs up for ClickFunnels, well, I've made money now for giving it away. But anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm creating these seven like really, what I would call really powerful opt-ins, because they're all like really expensive. So like my email marketing course is going to be 30, 40 videos, and it's going to be akin to what all these other guys are selling for $1,000, but it's going to be given away for free. And it's going to promote affiliate offers like Active Campaign inside of it, right? And then I'm going to capture email addresses at the same time, and I've got automations built for all 7 of these funnels, so they come through, and then they get their free, really high quality thing, and very few people are going to say no to a course that I spent $3,500 getting the white label rights to, right? Same thing with like I'm going to have a total WordPress course on how to build websites. I'm paying a guy a couple $1,000 to build that. So anyway, big picture, I've got these basically 5 or 6 affiliate core offers that I'm trying to promote. Take a step back, and I've got really high quality lead magnets to promote each one of them, where people come in, they get something really high quality for free, and then it pushes them, you know, to those different things via email and the course itself. And then take a step further back, and I'm just pumping out content around those 7 things, and each piece of content points to a landing page, and then each landing page points to, you know, a certain course with affiliate products, and then in the end they all end up in one long email sequence that sells them everything that I sell. So I hope maybe that was confusing.
No, that wasn't confusing. That was brilliant. I don't think, for the most part, I feel like people already struggle enough to make one course or one thing. And then once they have that one thing, they're like, okay, you guys, I have this one thing and I'm going to charge for it. And no one comes because they're like, well, who are you? And why are we paying this?
Yeah.
But for you already have people, and you're like, guys, I am going to give this to you for free. And it's like 30 videos. It is this and this. And so I feel like your approach is kind of, I haven't seen your approach that often, and I think it will, that's the reason why, you're able to beat other people in terms of offers and speed and, winning contests and winning things. It's because I think you recognize like a trend, you recognize maybe the next level, or what will really compel someone to get off of their seat and go and get what you want. And I think that's really cool. You're pumping out content to really high quality lead magnets, whether they're courses. Are they courses? Are they mostly courses, these high quality lead magnets?
There's courses, and then there's a few like little software products and things, but probably like 60-70% courses, and then a few softwares.
Okay, because yeah,
But
people
all of them
getting
cost me
free
like
software.
$1,000. Oh, go ahead.
Oh wow, yeah, no, getting free software is, people will trade an email for that for sure.
Yeah, and so I like, these people that try to put together this like just kind of like cheap, sleazy, real quick, random lead magnet. It just doesn't work anymore. Like it's been going on for years and years, right? And people don't like that anymore. So even the lead magnet itself needs to be compelling enough to get them to, one, put in an email, to put in their real email, right? Like their actual email, things like that. And so yeah, almost all of my lead mags at this point. I still have a few out there from like my beginning days, but it's all swinging towards like really high quality lead magnets that I either put a lot of time or a lot of money into making it, truly worthwhile.
Yeah, and if they even try a little bit of your lead magnet and they see like, wow, there's a lot of value and it's free, then I think they'll be like, what's the paid stuff? What do
And
you
it's beautiful
have?
because the lead magnet pays for itself at affiliate offers, right? Like there's not a single lead magnet out there that doesn't have two or three, every video points at something like, hey, you need this software, you need this training, you need this to like make this work, And so even though it's being offered for free, there's affiliate offers all throughout it if someone actually takes advantage of it. So if I took like a big picture view, took a step back, right, I could make a YouTube video on how to build a sales funnel for a realtor. Like, you're a realtor, how to build a sales funnel for realtors. And this is something I've done. And then I offer my free sales funnel course. Like, hey, I can't teach you everything in this 10-minute video, but hey, I've got a totally free course. So they come into my course, right? And now they're taking this course on sales funnels. They naturally would sign up for ClickFunnels. They might naturally sign up for Active Campaign along the journey. And now I've got them in there, right? And I can, maybe one of my future emails is going to tell them like, you're going to want, eventually you're going to want to sign up for Messenger Bot, so I can push a Messenger Bot course.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of this like, yeah, and then I can create 10 other pieces of content that all point to that same one, right? I can do it for realtors, I can do it for agencies, I can do it for a million other things. All this content just funnels into this one course that then kind of funnels them through this learning process that promotes affiliate offers all the way through it.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey Todd, thanks for showing up, and Sun, and thanks guys. I will get to your questions, but what Spencer just said is kind of mind-blowing, because a lot of people give away like a PDF or something free that's very small, and what he's doing, and I think maybe in the future that's what everyone will start doing, like providing like free software, free huge courses that are very valuable. And then I'm thinking, what next? Are they going to offer a house or what? What's the future of freebies?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is in the long run, if you want like to actually sell somebody something, it's got to be really good, right? You can't get away with kind of selling these like, crappy information products and stuff, because the information stuff is all out there for free. You've got to actually, if you want to sell something, you've got to make it legit. You've got to maybe add templates and things like that and softwares and stuff to your sales package so that it's actually something they couldn't just go find, in a free lead magnet from someone else.
Yeah, so what you're saying is kind of like, instead of packaging as bonuses, how there's bonus wars and people like, hey, there's like a million of my bonuses. It's more like, I'm going to give you this and it's super valuable and it's one thing. And then from there, they get dripped into your email sequence.
I mean, how many times do you see like a bonus stack of like 10 to 12 bonuses, and there may be only one in there that you're even like looking to get. You don't even read the whole stack of them. And so like the bonus thing has almost gotten out of control, where everybody's just like dumping bonuses on there, and it's like, hone in on one really valuable bonus that like they really want and like that actually compels them, and then focus on that.
Oh yeah. I don't know how much you talked to John, but John in his community, what he found out was a lot of people wanted him to build like a group funnels version. And he said hundreds of people in his community wanted him to make it. And so he had a developer sit there learning Chrome extension development and figuring it out for like weeks and weeks, and he was going to do something like that for his community. But then he saw that I made one and I have a community partnership version where he can just give it away for free. And so he jumped on that. And then immediately after he got my partnership, he went and he was like, hey guys, I'm going to give you a value of $279 for free. and for completely free, all I need is your email. And I don't know if he got that idea from your post or whatever, because you did, you did similar. So I'm like, yeah. Did John look at Spencer and was like, okay. But anyways, he put that, and he gets hundreds and hundreds of messages giving him emails, and then that will funnel him into his, world and what he does.
Yeah, his strategy is very similar. So like if I were John, or even if I were me, right, I'd take that free software that was Facebook groups oriented. I'd use it as a lead magnet, free software, and then I'd pump like tons of SEO, Google traffic, anything around Facebook groups, and YouTube traffic, anyone trying to learn how to like monetize Facebook and Facebook groups and all that stuff. And then even maybe some paid traffic for my own group or whatever, but I'd be pushing all these people to that free extension that are, looking for something related. You can even run Facebook ads to Facebook group owners, right? And that's your lead magnet right there. And then you funnel them all into that. And then, once you've got the email or the bot subscribe or whatever it is, the sky's the limit. You can market whatever you want to them at that point.
Oh, yeah. And John is pumping people into my community. So I have like 200 requests to go into Groupconvert group. And I was like, what is going on here? John wastes no time. And he has like 6 software products that he could totally drip them into, and I don't know.
Yeah, and I actually bought access. I don't know if you did as well. I bought access to that so that I could do that giveaway. He has 5 softwares that you can buy white label rights to and give away. So I bought that, and those will go on my site, and those will be offered to people for free. And just another quality way to capture emails and put people. When you capture their email, you can instantly put them into a bridge funnel and try to sell them something right there if you want as well.
Oh yeah, well, because of knowing John, I was inspired by him, so I made my own thing where you pay to be part of it, but then you can give away unlimited accounts. And John, so that's what I was telling you about. John jumped onto my community partnership.
He bought that white label.
He did that, and then he got hundreds of emails just coming his way immediately from one Facebook post. Like one.
Awesome,
post.
Yeah, one Facebook post, right? And he 200 emails or 300 emails, and you think about it, like if you had ran Facebook ads to get those 300 emails would have cost you $300 or $400. So if you just by getting a quality lead magnet, you've now erased that what would have cost you $300 or $400 in ads, and you still have the cool lead magnet.
Yeah, that's awesome. When I saw that was one of his models, I'm like, wow, that's brilliant, because it enables, like you, Spencer, to all of a sudden be software owners, like have the ability to give away not only courses but software, and that packs a big punch, because people are going to spend time figuring out the software, figuring things out. And they'll be part of your list for a while. It's not one PDF that they're like, I don't want this, and then they hop out. It's more like, okay, I need to stick around to figure things out. Yeah. It's like more sticky. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to have the audience ask a question for you. So Todd Carden says, how much cash do you recommend setting aside to get started with affiliate marketing? That's an interesting question, because it depends on how much cash you have, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cool because it doesn't take any cash to get started. So the internet is broken down into paid and organic. Any platform out there that you want to be getting traffic from typically will have a paid and an organic side to it, and you can spend time and gamify the organic side, or you can spend money and speed things up and just pay them to get the views and stuff. But Google, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, all of them have organic sides that someone without a penny could start and start making some money off of, and then just turning that money and reinvesting it. And that's what I did, actually. So I started, I would get clients. I would do like freelance writing and freelance SEO, and I would get some clients off Facebook from that. And then I used that money to buy the softwares that I wanted to then start promoting affiliate stuff. And that money was used to buy courses and things. And then once those started to make money, then I could reinvest that money into like paid stuff, and it just kind of grew from there. And I can actually say I've never put any of my own money, like from what was at the time my job, into my own business. It's all just, it started out growing organically, and then I took that money and invested into the business and softwares or paid ads, and just kept rotating through until I was able to quit my job. And anybody can take that approach. It just takes time.
Yeah, it's self-liquidating. It's like pays for itself after you. It's like investing versus spending money that will go away. It cycles. Yeah. So you don't need anything. Oh, go ahead, Spencer.
Oh, no. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, the deal is you don't need anything to get started. You might need to go buy like a $10 course on Udemy. I always say you need a skill, and then you need a place to market that skill. If you don't have any money, then take a skill you have. And if you don't have a skill, head over to Udemy, spend $10 and you'll get a skill, whether it's something like Facebook ads or email writing or whatever. But you need a skill and you need somewhere to market it. And Facebook is the easiest place to market it. You can hop on a Facebook, add friends for like a week, just add a bunch of friends and in a specific Facebook group, and then throw a post up and say, hey, I'm offering $49 this or $50 this for the next 10 people that ask me or whatever. And you can get a few clients that way, and then just grow from there and buy the courses you want with that money, or buy the software that you want with that money. And then when you apply those and make a little more money, you can reinvest that. And it's just it's all about just learning and applying, and then reinvesting as money comes in.
All right, cool. Does that answer your question, Todd? Let me know. You're still on here, so better answer. John asks, do you recommend picking one industry niche, Spencer, like realtors, coaches, agencies, affiliate marketers, etc., and becoming an expert at that? Where do you recommend starting?
In the beginning, I like the more niche down you can get, right? So the more niche you can get, the better results you're going to have. If you can niche down to just realtors in the in your specific state or country or whatever, then people just tend to relate better, and you tend to get better results, right? If I ran an ad that said, hey, realtors in Utah are using this funnel to drive hundreds of leads a day or something, then I have a much better result than like, hey, business owner, do you want more leads, right? Like it doesn't, like, they don't know if it applies to them. And so in the very beginning, niche down. And then you can kind of go out from there as you go. The only time I would say that doesn't apply is as an affiliate marketer, if you're going for, and I do a lot of this, if you're going for search terms, hot search terms, meaning like if I want to be a ClickFunnels affiliate, I can go for hot search terms where people are searching for ClickFunnels related words, and then take them and get them to sign up and things. So you don't have to be as niche down if that's what you're doing, because you're taking people in all kinds of niches that are just searching for like ClickFunnels related searches, and you're grabbing them halfway into the door and kind of pushing them the rest of the way. So if you choose to go that route, you don't have to be quite as niched.
All right, John, that's a really good answer. Thank you, Spencer. Greg says, need my PayPal link. What do you need the PayPal? Hey, Greg, please clarify why you need my PayPal link. Are you going to send me money? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you need mine?
Do you need Spencer? So we'll just link me and Spencer. Just start donating. All right, cool. Thanks for joining us, you guys. #live if you're here live, and replay for the replay, and smash the heart button or the wow face. There's like a face that's like wow. Let's see. My next question. Oh, so yeah, I guess you answered it. How do you manage? That's the question I asked before. How do you approach providing value so you are like upping it up, like bringing that
Up
notch
the
up
value.
in terms of value, which will, I think,
Yeah.
cause a trend. It'll start making people go, "Oh shit, that's what he's providing. Oh my gosh, my PDF is like nothing now. What am I gonna do?"
Yeah. Yeah, and PDFs, I mean, they do still work. I guess I'm saying like don't go out and just buy some cheap PLR PDF or something and expect that to make good results. Very few big name successful marketers are using like just PLR stuff and like whipping together a quick PDF. Like if you look at like the content they're putting out, they focus on really quality content, and you have to do the same if you want to compete in the same industry as them.
Mm. I think that's brilliant. Having like super high quality giveaway software, a free course that, but it's also coming from you, it's coming from you. It's coming from someone who has a bunch of success already. And so if someone's going to get your free thing, they're gonna, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you run solo ads and they have no idea who you are, but it's still like a whole full on course or software they can use.
I get a lot of new people. So like my YouTube channel brings in, thousands of people a day that are brand new, that don't know who I am, and they're just finding me through search. So the only way they get to know me is a 5-minute video, and then I make the offer. But it's a fairly no brainer offer, right? Like sometimes I'll like, if I don't think they're understanding the value of what I'm offering, like, this isn't just a course, then I'll hop into the course for 10 seconds and just be like, look at all you're getting here, blah, 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 blah. Or in Nico's case, I'll say something like, Nico is like one of the most successful copywriters out there right now. I had to spend, a lot of times I actually kind of like buying the courses for the white label courses, because then I can tell people I spent $3,000 on, buying the white label rights to this. And then it's kind of hard for them to say like, that's not, for them to not take it seriously, because I put a ton of money into it. So anything I can do to help them see that value, I'll try to do.
That reminds me of, how Russell Brunson, he sold 3 million on stage. He said, I bought the white label rights for $1 million to Traffic Secrets.
It's the exact same thing. Yeah, he gave me the idea with that. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I mean, it works. It's part of his script. It's part of the, I think, expert secrets, and it works. People are like, whoa, $1 million. I don't have $1 million to just buy, so I can spend what? Like,
yeah, see, it ups the perceived value when he bought the white label rights, meaning that guy, he's allowed to sell it and stuff like that. So the course isn't worth $1 million, but like you said, people hear the word $1 million and they're like, whoa, what's in here that he spent $1 million on it, right? And I'll say that like a lot of your audience, maybe they don't have $3,000, and probably most people don't have $1,000 or $3,000 to just buy a white label course or whatever. But that's where time comes in, right? Like I could have made something like that, but I don't know. Now I've gotten to the point where I'd rather buy something like that from someone than spend the time. But they could just spend the time on it and make a really high quality magnet without any money spent, and put some time into design and things and make a really good design. So as always, even with those high quality lead magnets, there's a trade-off of quality, or of money and time. And if you don't have money, you hopefully have some time.
oh yeah. Yeah. Or you hustle your ass off and do what you can. But yes, no, that's awesome, because that's the trend that I see. People with the money or at the position like you're at now, instead of spending time creating that course or making that software or doing all that and being a part of that customer service world, you're like, I'm just gonna use your community partnership or your white label version and like like, and then put it into my offer, and it's like all of a sudden really big. That's what I've been seeing, and that's why I feel like John's community partnership, or anyone offering white label, it's like, it's really that's the valuable package, not getting the software and selling it as just an affiliate. It's like you can get the white label and provide that to your audience, and your audience all of a sudden are like, whoa, the people
Yeah.
who are sitting in their seat just listening to you for free for a long time, they're like, whoa, what
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. They lean in, right? They suddenly pay attention.
Yeah. So it's grabbing the audience they've been following you and not buying anything for a long time from you to get up out of their seat. And I think that's a really good strategy. Hey Todd, what's an actual thing for people? What's an actual thing that people go crazy for in an offer? Something I could create and promote.
An actual thing people go crazy for. Um, I mean, honestly, like content is just fine, or like digital courses and content like that. I find that people love, and especially if we're trying to get them to open their wallets, they love like pre-built templates and things like that. So, for example, I have a funnel that there's a plugin that's the free offer, and then I sell them on the next page. I sell them an email
What do you
sequence.
sell?
It's like a,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I sell them a 30 email sequence. Basically just had it like it promotes 5 or 6 different affiliate offers, and I sell that for like $40. And so that does really, really well because of the high value and the low dollar amount. So I can say, copywriters charge this much, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, 40 emails. If you were going to hire a copywriter, it's going to cost you, $1,400 to get this email sequence. So if you're not a good copywriter and that's your only alternative, and I'm going to sell it to you for $50, then, it's a no-brainer offer. And I know, and most of us know, most people aren't good at copy. Like that's a struggle most people have. And so I can take that, I can make it a no-brainer offer by saying, the only way you're going to get this outside of like right now is actually paying $1,000 to a copywriter, but I'm giving it to you for 50 right now. Right. And so, Russell Brunson always like, he values things at like $9.97. He makes a value stack and he's like, this is worth this. I like that, but I take it a step further and actually justify the cost there. Like, hey, this is worth this because you're going to have to do that. Like this plugin is worth this because I spent $1,500 developing this plugin, right? So the only way you're going to get this plugin is by 1, spending $1,500, or 2, giving me $49 right now. So I would say by making something valuable and then proving the value on the spot to them and then dropping the price 95% or whatever.
Oh, that's what he does. Yeah. He's like, I spent $1 million on getting traffic secrets. But yeah, that is going the next level. Do you go the next level with a video, or do you go the next level through the text of the offer, or do you use both? Like,
both. Yeah. So I like my pages to have, and I think Russell does too. Like he has a video and then text underneath it. Just, it depends on the person, how they want to go through it.
Mm. So Todd, does that answer your question? People go crazy for convenience. To summarize it, convenience in terms of funnels, convenience in terms of their time. People will pay for that shortcut and they will go crazy if you can go the next level and say, this is a shortcut in your head. You can formulate it, or I can spell it out for you why it's the shortcut. I spent $1,500 to make this plugin, and for you today, only $40, or I don't know,
Yeah.
however many amount.
That was a good word choice. Convenience. And yeah, so and like you said, funnels, like there's so many ways you can make it more convenient, right? So my lead magnet could be a free training, but then I could have a little funnel after that tries to break even that says like, here's your training, it's on its way. But guess what? I'm going to give you the pre-built funnel. I'm going to give you the pre-built emails. I'm going to give you the pre-built, video. I'm going to give you pre-built everything. So in 10 minutes, you can be up and running. And people love the sound of that, right? Like, oh, okay, good. I'm not going to have to spend hours, and like, I'm not going to have to put thought into this. If they think they're going to have to put a lot of like time and thought into it, then you're going to lose people. And if you can convince them and actually make it real that it's going to require neither of those, then they're a lot more likely to pull out the money.
Oh yeah, that's true. I actually did a little tiny session because I told you about it, the Chrome Boss Masterclass thing. and people's objections were like, well, what if I don't have money? What if I don't have time? And I'm like, well, what if I could have like a small team ready for you to start tasking them the minute you feel like you're ready to do your Chrome extension. And so you don't have to go out there, you don't have to find them, you don't have to hire them, you don't have to put in, you don't
Oh
have to do
yeah,
all that.
that'll be
It's already
crazy good.
there. Yeah. So that's because they're already pre-trained, pre-vetted by me, everything like that, and they're ready to go. Listen to your step. And so while I was doing it live, that's when I found out that was their objection, because I'm like, give me your objections. Tell me your objections right now. I want to know so I can answer. And that's how I formulated it. So Todd, like, if you have any kind of audience, no matter how small, even if it's like 40 people or whatever, you can actually ask them like what is something in terms of the whole idea of convenience. It's gonna be convenient if, and then ask them like, what are they afraid of that will stop them from pulling out their wallet and giving it to you. And I think that will make them really crazy because they're already there and kind of like trying to formulate that answer with you. And yeah, but make sure you can deliver. Don't promise crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Todd says that helps. Yes. Yep. Thank you.
I was trying to think real quick because there's a way Peng Joon has a training and he teaches it. I think he teaches like the best funnel looks like this. You give away the what. So like, what is it? You basically the training on what it is. And then you sell for a lower ticket offer the how. And that's, like, okay, now we're going to take an in-depth look at how all the steps and everything like that we'll give you. And then your final offer, the final upsell is the DFY. So what, how, DFY, AKA, we'll do it for you. And I think he built all of his funnels along that line.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I saw Peng Joon's stuff everywhere, but I didn't know that's exactly.
He's everywhere.
He is everywhere. So guys, if you didn't listen, that is very valuable advice. Peng Joon says, give the what, and then sell them a lower ticket offer of the how, and then the final upsell, the higher ticket, is the done for you package, which is everything convenience. Hey Voltaire, cool, thanks for coming in. And hey John, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Hashtag live if you're here live, and smash the heart button and the wow face. All right, let's see what are my next. If you guys have questions, ask now, because how often are you gonna get one-on-one with Spencer? Not too often, unless you already bought his 10x secrets.
I don't give one-on-one there either. No one-on-ones there either.
Oh, there isn't one-on-one? I thought there was. Oh, maybe I didn't.
I offer it very rarely. So with the 10x launch, and this kind of goes along with kind of the strategies we're talking about. I only offer one-on-one like once every 6 months to a year, and that way when I do, it becomes a really irresistible offer, right? Because this is the only time and the only place you're going to get this for this year or something. So that was how I won this 10x Secrets launch. Is I added one-on-one coaching as a bonus, and that's something that I haven't offered. I've refused to give. Even people willing to pay like large amounts of money, I've said no to, so that I could kind of hold it as like an ace of spades when the time comes. Hey, I'm actually going to offer one-on-one coaching, right? And I'm going to offer it. This is the only way you're going to get it, and this is, you got to buy this and this and this. And so anyway, yeah, I did offer a one-on-one for people that bought 10x Secrets, but then it closed down again, and it's no longer offered. So
no one-on-ones with Spencer. So now is the time. Now is the time. If you have any questions, I'll squeeze it in.
And I only got about 10 minutes left. So yeah, throw them out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Throw them in. But meanwhile, I'm gonna ask my questions. Let's see. So do it again for Christmas. Jesus. Oh, so you have this ace of spades holding back kind of thing with your one-on-one coaching. What other, like, if you were to give the audience some golden nuggets, not that you've already provided us a ton of value, but what ace of spades would you recommend holding back and building up? Is it just like the one-on-one, or
That's the one.
that's it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think. I would say just don't ever lower your value and like the value of things you promote in your audience's mind. So, so like my course that I sell for $897, I never lower the value of that, because once you bring the value down, it's really hard to get the value in their mind back up again to where it was. So just be really careful with ever like taking something that you want to promote and lowering the value of it. Because I was able to offer that course as a bonus too, right? And that course, because it's always sold for $897, and I didn't do a Black Friday sale, no Cyber Monday sale. It's kind of an ace of spades, right? Like if you want my course for $697, the only way you're going to get it is by buying this secret 10x masterclass or whatever. And so, yeah, just be careful. Like, don't get desperate and promote something and damage yourself in the long run because you gave everything away, right? You lowered the value and stuff for a temporary win.
Okay, that's very good
So
advice.
whether that's coaching or like a training that you have or whatever it is, set the value of what that is and then hold to that value. And you might not, it might take time, but eventually people start to see like he's not going to come down, and you start to have this retained value in people's minds.
Yeah, I do have friends who only open up their courses twice a year, and that's it.
Same thing, yeah.
And when it opens up, they've had built this huge waiting list for a very long time,
Yeah.
for months. And so
Yeah, exactly.
people will buy like a frenzy once it opens.
And I would do that, but I have too many affiliates that promote my course that it would throw them off because they have active promotions out there. So I don't do that. But
yeah, but I mean, for your next course, or Affiliate
next
Secrets
course,
3.0, 3.0. Voltaire says, are you still promoting your 5 core affiliate program? Yes. So he answered that earlier, Voltaire. He is. Well, that's the only question from the audience. Thanks, guys, for still being here. It's almost the end of our interview now. So, yeah, Spencer's time is super valuable. We're going to be closing this up. I have one, actually, you went through all my questions. One last question is the 30-day question. Spencer, if you were to lose everything and start from scratch now, let's say you don't lose your house or your family or your livelihood, you still have, that, but you just like everything is zeroed out. What would you start doing? Like YouTube? I don't know.
I wrote a chapter in that book. Did you know that?
Yes, you did. But
I did. Everyone, so I know exactly what I would do.
Not everyone here has access to the 30-day book, right?
Anyway. Yeah, give me 1 second. I got to hand out on there. Yes. Well, I think everyone has access to it.
Access to the 30-day book? Oh.
Is that what you asked? Sorry, I was handing something off.
Sorry. I said not everyone bought the 30-day book or have a copy of it. I have a copy of it, but not everyone. So I just want to see like one sentence summary, something short, some summary.
I'm trying to remember what I said in the book. Make sure I don't like break off my own path there. But I would do exactly what I did. I would pick 5 core affiliate offers. And then step by step, I would build an email sequence that promoted all of them. I would build a landing page and a bridge page for all 5 of them. And then I would build a course or like some kind of free valuable lead magnet for all of them. And once I had that system set up, all on the back end, then I'd create content day in, day out until things started to happen.
All right. And I hope that John David cooked. He's like, are you experimenting with new marketing channels, or are you always testing new things? How long do you give it to validate or invalidate the experiment for selling more ClickFunnels trials? I feel bad that I skipped over that question because I'm like, well, you guys are not asking me anything. Do you have time to answer that one last question? If not, that's fine too.
Yeah. Can you read it one more time?
Okay, are you experimenting with new marketing channels? Are you always testing new things? How long do you give it to validate or invalidate the experiment for selling more ClickFunnels trials?
Gotcha. I wish I had an answer in terms of how long I give something. I don't have a system for that, so I'll try something until I give up. But I'm absolutely like new marketing channels constantly. So like I kind of my system for that is I started with one channel. I think the first channel that I did most of my stuff on was YouTube. And I really systemized my YouTube once it was just so systematic. You know, I had all my keyword research. I had like the exact system I would do with every video. Then I hired a VA. And so now I can make a video and just hand it to her and she follows my system. So then I think from there I moved to Facebook groups as a channel, pumping out content on a Facebook group. And same thing, like start like systemizing that and getting that running and going well till it's pretty smoothly running by itself and growing by itself. And then I moved on to Instagram, same thing. And right now, actually, we're looking at Pinterest. But so like I'm absolutely, what I try to do is lock in a channel to where it's good, it's flowing. I've got a system for getting content on that channel. And then I go to another channel once that's up and running and go from there. In terms of like testing new things, all the time. Like ClickFunnels, I probably spend like an hour or two every day just kind of like playing around with like a different funnel to promote ClickFunnels or a different like way of doing it. Or sometimes, and this is like a huge recommendation I always give people. I'll just like put in headphones and sit there alone and just kind of think. Like a lot of times I don't think people take the time to actually think. Like we're all pretty smart people, but we just kind of like get into this, like, I got to go, I got to work, I got to do this, I got to do this. But if you take like 30 or 40 minutes to just stop and like, okay, what's a good strategy, you know, then a lot of times something will come up and you can save yourself like dozens of hours of just kind of like playing around and like trying things really quickly without thinking through the processes. And so, yeah.
All right, guys, that's the last question for the day. We're going to be closing this out. And, you know, to add on what you said, you know, Google actually sets time for their employees to think, like time out of their day just to sit and think.
Oh,
yeah, that's
I
why
didn't know
Google
that.
is so successful, because they
I like
don't just
Google.
tell their employees what to do all the time. They're like, here is some moment you can think.
Hmm. That's really,
and
I did not know that. That's really interesting.
Yeah. So that's a really good strategy, because a lot of people, when you're working, and I've been my own boss for 5 years. So I'm not part of that world. But when I was like, my mind was so crowded by what I had to do, all the tasks I had to do the next day, and all the tasks that I have done and will be judged on. So it's like, you really don't have time to think. And especially, you know, you have a family, like there's like a family and pets and all this. So you really don't sit down and just peace out and think, you know.
Yeah, and like when I do, crazy things happen, you know, in like 20 minutes, I like, oh, and I get this great like epiphany. And if I'm sitting down and like by my whiteboard, I can write it all out. And yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to end it. Thank you, Spencer, for your time. And thank you for this super valuable interview. And we're going to say goodbye. What I'm going to do, you're familiar with Be Live. I click end broadcast, but I'm still talking to you. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here and broadcast.